What is up, good people? Jungle Inc. here. Hope you're doing well. Was just watching this Mickle video. What a great job he does covering all the crypto news. And he was going over XLS 56D, a very exciting update here for the XRP ledger. And the thing that caught his eye was the same thing that caught mine, the idea of atomic swaps. And for those of you that are real OGs of this channel, we're talking about the very beginnings. I was really a Bitcoin maxi, and I was also interested in Litecoin because I thought we were going to have the ability to complete atomic swaps, things like trade Bitcoin for Monero, all without any, any counterparty, being able to interoperate between these chains. That was what we were told was going to happen. Good old Charlie Lee. Well, they weren't really working on anything like that. It was just an exciting thing to talk about. Anyway, this idea of atomic swaps between chains has always been really interesting to me. When I read through this, though, I wasn't getting that idea that that's what they're talking about when they say atomic swaps, even though typically we think it would be. I did throw out some feelers there. I think I got a good idea of what they are talking about with atomic swaps, so we'll go over that. But before we do, remember today, Jeremy Hogan is supposed to be breaking down Ripple's response brief. Again, they are scheduled to respond to that ridiculous $2 billion, asked by the SEC in this case for fines and penalties and disgorgements. And Ripple is going to respond today. It hasn't been filed yet, but when they do, Jeremy will break it down. And probably after he does, I'll let the professionals go first, but I'll probably come on here and chit chat as well. So I'll probably be seeing you a second time today. So just watch out for that. As soon as I see it go live, I'll tweet it out so everyone can see it. And I can't wait to see what Ripple has to say here. I think we're going to get a whole host of new information when Ripple finally responds. So really excited about seeing what they have to say. Now let's take a look at this. So this XLS 56D, we see atomic swaps, but it says multiple account. We're not talking multi-chain as we classically would think. And that's why I think Mickle thought that as well, same as I did when I first read it. And then I sent out a couple DMs and like, hey, what are we looking at here? I haven't talked to the actual author yet, so I'll wait to hear back there. But again, I think this is just talking about multiple accounts, but all on the XRP ledger. Still a very, very powerful update here. The XRP ledger has a robust set of built-in features, enabling fast and efficient transactions without the need for complex smart contracts. So that's the deal. We went this road with the XRP ledger, trying to keep, high speeds, low costs, all this kind of stuff. And even though we don't have smart contracts, we can do a lot. We aren't quite, Bitcoin where it's simply a token, but we're not Ethereum where you can do anything you want. It's kind of somewhere in between there, but we can do a whole lot. But as the author says here, however, a key limitation exists. Multiple transactions cannot be executed atomically. A failure in one leaves the system in an incomplete and unexpected state. And so the whole point of this update, XLS 56D, is to eliminate the risk of partial completion and unexpected outcomes, fostering a more reliable and predictable user experience for complex operations. And I really think that the XRP ledger we are seeing emerge is going to be wildly different than what we've seen in the past. Your capability, the applications, it's going to be wild. Developers gain the ability to design innovative features and applications that were previously hindered by the lack of native smart contracts for conditional workflows. This is also interesting. I think really the developers, they're looking at, overall within crypto and seeing what are the most successful features? What are the biggest components of DeFi? And even though you don't have the capability to do anything you want, they're taking a lot of those features and they're baking it directly into the base layer of this blockchain, allowing you to do a whole lot, but a heck of a lot faster and cheaper. And again, they're going through here some of the use cases. And again, this is not all of them. We'll have to wait until we see designers use this capability to come up with all the possible use cases. But some off the top of their head is, an all or nothing mint of NFTs where you mint the NFT and you create the offer all in one transaction. So you don't have to do two separate transactions. It's just in one blast, mint, put up for sale. Boom. How you would expect the real world kind of to work, isn't it? Trying out a few offers. So you want to submit an offer and have different amounts of slippage instead of having to continuously try it. So, let's start real low and kind of have to ratchet up until it goes through. No, just throw it out there with like 5 different levels, and whatever the best level is that it can complete the transaction, it will just go through. Again, much more easier way, sensible way to operate here. Platform fees. Again, allowing to package platform fees in with the transaction itself. So instead of having to do a 2-step process where you send the platform 5 NFT, 5 XRP to list your NFT, and then you also have to, in a second transaction, pay the on-chain fees, it can all be done in one transaction. And then here's the one causing the confusion: atomic swaps, multi-account, trustless token or NFT swaps between multiple accounts. So we're talking, again, on the XRP ledger, not multi-chain. I understand why Mikkel thought it was multi-chain. That's what I thought too as well. But again, we're talking about atomically across multiple accounts, not multiple chains. Might it go there someday? I sure hope so. That's a capability I think is killer, and I think we really need, because you're going to get so much regulatory oversight here where they're telling you what you can do, what you can't do, being able to do everything fully decentralized. It's just baked into the chain, being able to communicate between different blockchains, swap values, not having to go through a platform where whoever's running it can be hauled into court. I think atomic swaps, multi-chain is going to be very important, and we need that. But right now, again, very robust situation for transactions you want to do between multiple accounts, something we couldn't do before. And lastly, withdrawing accounts. So you can attempt to take it from one account that you would deem your checking, and if there's not enough funds there, it can roll over to your savings. So some pretty interesting capability there as well. Let me know what you think down below. Can't wait to hear from attorney Jeremy and read what Ripple has to say. This should be a really interesting one, and I will see you here later today. Let me know what you think down below, and as always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.